I can see that the North London derby win has given you, like, maybe a false sense of hope again. Because let me tell you, I understand you came there, you battered us, you know, all you can eat. Everyone eats at Spurs.
It's man of Gabriel's stature.
You've got to be smarter than that, though.
If I'm one of his kids and I'm seeing my dad doing that, I'm like, my dad is not hard.
It's also...
Moaning and complaining about decisions is for losers. And that's part of the reason why you don't like football, because half the time we're talking about decisions. The game happened, they lost 4-1. Yeah. It might have been a push in the back, it might not have been. Get on with it.
We're over it.
We've played you twice in the last month. We beat you home and away.
Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
When's the last time you won the North London derby?
Every single big team is on the other side of the draw. We've got potentially Bodo Glimt or Sporting in the quarter-final, and then potentially Spurs in the semi-final. So it's basically an absolute cakewalk to the final.
Hello and welcome to Inside talkSPORT, sponsored by BetMGM. I'm Harry Durham.
And I'm Abbi Summers, and in the next 25 minutes, we'll be breaking down the biggest sporting talking points of the week.
At the end of the show, we'll put it all together as we build our Inside ACCA. Don't forget, you can download the app or visit betmgm.co.uk, 18+, gambleaware.org. Please gamble responsibly.
Responsibly always. Joining us today, we've got broadcaster and Chelsea fan Kweku Afari and Rory Cook, a.k.a. Rory Talks Football. Champions League draw, lads. I mean, you can just sit this one out because...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not really...
So with me being a Fulham fan and Chelsea being in the borough of Fulham, we'll get to it in a second.
Are you the biggest club in Chelsea?
It's Fulham.
He's a covert Chelsea fan. Not even covert, he's quite outward with his admiration for the blue side of
Chelsea fans used to come to Fulham when Fulham were in like.
So you're just a Kings Road.
Listen, I just support the game. Do you know what I mean?
Lover of the game.
Right.
Right,
let's get to the draw.
I am a massive Chelsea fan this weekend, however. Right, let's have a look at the fixtures then. So we've got Atalanta against Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid against Tottenham, Leverkusen against Arsenal, Bodo Glimt Sporting, Galatasaray against Liverpool, Newcastle Barcelona, PSG Chelsea, and Real Madrid Man City. Now, I feel like this is where the competition starts to get good.
Yes.
No offence to the whole league table stuff, but I mean, I feel like it just doesn't really tell us where anyone is. Like, look at PSG last year, look at Liverpool. Like, I just don't think finishing top really means anything.
And we look at the whole draw then, and the whole silver-blue colour coding. Just do it normally.
Very messy.
People like me, who didn't leave school with a lot of things, apart from friends and a good social battery, don't understand things like that, all right? I'm a simple man. I'm a working man. All right, and I need to understand.
All right, mate.
How are we feeling? Happy with the draw?
Yeah, like as happy as I can be. I knew we would get PSG. It was either PSG or Newcastle would draw. It is what it is. The Champions League. We're not on the best side of the draw. If we get past PSG, it's then either Galatasaray or Liverpool. You're seeing it's Liverpool. And then it's in the semi-final, it's either...
Like Real Madrid, Bayern
Munich,
or
Big
Chelsea.
City.
You've got heritage.
Oh, yeah. We've got heritage.
Reigning champions, though.
Yeah. You know what? It's a PSG team that I saw in the final game of the group phase get battered by Newcastle at their place. It's not the same PSG of last season. And so, as a Chelsea fan, as a fan of... I think the only fan sitting on this table that's won the European Cup twice, I think that I'm well versed in talking about what it takes to get to the deep stage of this competition. And Chelsea have done it multiple times, and we're going to try our best.
Liam Rossini's army, go on.
Yes, for sure.
You just worded that just like in such
a
condescending tone.
No, but like,
look at me. Yeah, we won the Intertoto, mate.
I understand that, but when both the times that Chelsea won the Champions League, we changed managers during the season.
Yeah.
Where's Roberto Di Matteo now? Nobody could tell me. There's an APB out for him. But he won the Champions League with Chelsea in 2012. And in 2021, Tuchel came in, replaced Frank Lampard. It was an unpopular decision and won the Champions League. What happened this season?
So what are you trying to say?
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
Well, hold on. Are you trying to say, Kweku?
Chelsea got a chance to win the Champions League.
Are you trying to say... Just put a bit more chest in it, please.
Yeah, Chelsea got a chance to win the Champions League.
Because of that. We trust in Liam Rossini that he can go and get... I mean, just based on last week, and you drew to Burnley. Yeah. But yeah, sure.
I trust Chelsea's abilities in cup competitions.
Tell me, hand on heart, can you... This is the biggest test, right? Can you, in your head, see Liam Rossini lifting a Champions League trophy?
Oh, mate,
Should I close my eyes and
you can't imagine that. No one can.
We actually can, because we can make AI now. So we can actually make an AI drawing.
No, like, in all seriousness, yeah, I can. No. Crazy things have happened. Crazy things have happened. I think Roberto Di Matteo winning the Champions League was great. In a deeper pool, when football was better. when there was better teams in the competition.
True.
Going to Barcelona as well.
And this is the Chelsea.
Scoring that famous Torres goal was.
Yeah.
Exactly, I was there.
remembers where they
But that Chelsea team obviously had experienced players. I look at this Chelsea team, and people talk about the inexperience, how young the team is. Yes, the youngest team in the Champions League, but Chelsea beat the champions of Spain in Barcelona 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. Beat the champions of Italy in Napoli. In Naples, where they hadn't lost since 2024, beat the champions of England in Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, and beat PSG literally about 6 months ago, 3-0.
Sure.
And so this is a Chelsea team that, at the top level, can compete with the best teams in the world. And yes, it's going to be tough. We're on the tough side of the draw, but Chelsea can win the Champions League. That's what it sounds like when you have faith in your team. Now let's hear about your team, Abby.
Oh,
let's hear about how you feel, because that's what.
I was going to go straight to Rory then. So let's hear.
Sorry, Rory,
quickly.
sorry, Rory. Sorry.
This is not talkSPORT goals, mate.
Sorry.
We've got a running order here.
Rory,
All right?
Bayer Leverkusen for Arsenal and the
Yes.
possibility, if you go through, of Tottenham Hotspur
Yeah.
or Atleti Madrid. How are you feeling? Talk us through your emotions right now.
Literally made a video yesterday about like what could be the perfect draw, and it was this. It was like if I scripted the draw, every single big team is on the other side of the draw. We've got potentially Bodo Glimt or Sporting in the quarter-final, and then potentially Spurs in the semi-final. So it's basically an absolute cakewalk to the final.
Could you imagine how sick I'd be?
But
Could we actually imagine that?
But the one thing I will say is, though, is teams that don't expect to win look at draws. Teams that haven't been there before look at draws. I think about England, the major tournaments, like, we're on the right side of the draw. Haven't come away with silverware yet.
True.
And so when you're looking at draw, I get it, but eventually you're going to have to play against a good team.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the semi-final or the final.
Yeah.
And I do think that Arsenal got a great chance to get all the way to the final, but this is all or nothing for Arsenal, because now there's expectation.
But it
now
does,
you're expected to
it
get to the
does just
final.
feel like this season everything's just like going our way.
That is a bit of a crazy draw in terms of the fact that hypothetically we could meet in the semis. I mean,
Another chance for you to stop us this season. Keep going into these games, or we can stop them. So
well, it's quite hard when you've only got 13 players, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is a big me problem.
Especially when
it's
those
a big
13
me.
players
It's-
are
The
donkeys.
Champions League might have a different energy about it.
There is a different energy when it comes to Champions League. Somehow we finished fourth in the Champions League, right? Which is bizarre. I think we are unbeaten in like 28 games at home in Europe or something. We are just completely different in that competition. I'll be honest, I really didn't put much energy into it this season because I was just kind of like, yeah, I mean, I wanted the trophy. I really didn't care much about the European side of it because I was like, we're not good enough to obviously compete. So let's see.
Do you think it's quite... If you look at the draw and the way that Arsenal might have to go, you know, playing either Sporting or Bodo Glimt after Leverkusen, if it is Spurs, quite embarrassing if you don't make a Champions League final this year.
Terribly.
Yeah, maybe.
Terribly.
Maybe.
But you are just currently...
No, maybe.
No, this keeps getting thrown. It's embarrassing if we don't do
No,
it.
maybe. That's shocking.
No, it would be. If we went out to Sporting or Bodo, that would be criminal.
Well, you've segued on to a lovely topic that we've spoken about this week. So, inside Spurs are a massive talking point at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh, it's never ending.
It is literally never ending, and you lot must be incredibly bored of it, and it's just going to keep getting worse.
Which, like, honestly, this is like the second season in a row we've finished above you now, and it's...
Well, anyway,
You know, big clubs like Fulham don't even get discussed.
you're just the people's club. You're like postcode lottery. That's literally it.
Postcode lottery. Someone's knocking at your door. Someone's ringing the bell.
Waitrose delivery. Sonny Snelling on Inside Spurs the other day.
Yeah.
And I think this went round the office as well, didn't it? So he said, what is more embarrassing, Arsenal finishing the season without any silverware or Spurs getting relegated? Now, just for the record, Madge and I both said we disagree with Sonny. We both said, nope, what would be more embarrassing is Tottenham, no question about it. There'd be big bottlers, but it's not an embarrassment thing. It's gone a little bit viral. It's ended up on quite a few channels. I think it even ended up on Breakfast the other day on talkSPORT. Quakes, you're the neutral here. You hate both Spurs, you hate both Arsenal. Where do you think this debate lands?
I think I love Sonny. It's embarrassing that you even had that take.
He said that to me in the office.
That's an
before
embarrassing
the show.
take. Like, no disrespect to whoever produced that show, you should have sat him down and said, "Are you sure you want to say this on air?"
Kev.
Because
Shout out, Kev.
Big Kev.
it's I understand that Spurs fans are trying to take any solace from this disastrous season.
Sorry.
But you look at what Arsenal have achieved, and you look at what he kind of set out as the premise. Well, Arsenal finishing second or Spurs getting relegated, what's more embarrassing? Come on, man. You're talking about going down to the Championship. You're talking about having the best stadium in the country, in the Championship. Of course, Spurs getting relegated is more embarrassing than Arsenal finishing second in the league. Arsenal finishing second will be gutting for their fans. It'll be hilarious for us to laugh at, but that's not embarrassing in the grand scheme of football. Spurs getting relegated is so embarrassing.
I totally agree. I couldn't. It was one of those things where it didn't. I saw someone say in the comments that I was changing my mind. I wasn't. I was just digesting that. Like, it was a very sunny take. Let's put it that way.
There's no guarantee you'd get out of the Championship as well. Championship's hard.
I agree with you. I don't think we'd come
Think
back
about
up.
how many years Leeds would be a football club than Spurs. Took them about 50 years to get out of it. Rory,
Why'd you pull a face?
What?
Leeds being a bigger
Leeds are a
club
massive bigger club than
Spurs.
you.
Okay.
Why are you turning it back?
I'm just not.
You're just done. You're done.
Listen,
Rory, where do you
looking
stand on
forward
the
to
whole thing?
Preston
Because
away.
if I'm saying it from the neutral, it's not really embarrassing if Arsenal bottle it again because it's just a given. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if we walked away with no trophies, it would be a little bit humiliating.
Especially when
just
you've already
because-
crowned yourself as like quadruple.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think we're
Champions elect.
We're labelling ourselves as quadruple winners yet, but it was just I watched Inside Gooners, obviously, great show, and you watch that after the North London derby, and they're looking forwards, upwards, still in full competitions, looking ahead to what's next, and seeing that clip of Inside Spurs after the North London derby, and it's but. We could still have a less embarrassing season if we finish 17th and they
That's
don't
just
win
one man's
it.
take, okay?
Yeah,
Please
one
do not
man's
tarnish
take.
us with the
One
same
man's
brush.
take. But no, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. And that's also like us not winning anything this season would still, but getting to like Champions League final, maybe finishing second. That would still be the same as like your best ever Premier League season under Poch, which you're all really proud
but
of.
at the time, Poch hadn't spent what Arteta had spent.
No, you've spent quite a lot since though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the
Gone
same period
backwards.
of time.
It's mad to think 4 years ago you beat us to top four, and everyone thought that was kind of like a.
We've also had
Turning point.
seven managers in as many years. But anyway, I can see that the North London derby win has given you like maybe a false sense of hope again. Because let me tell you, I understand you came there, you battered us. All you can eat. Everyone eats at Spurs, right? Dr. Tottenham, that is literally what we are. So I don't think you should really look into it that deep because, Gokare's stat padding against relegation fodder, that is what he does. That's where he shines. Eze, fine, fair, whatever. But again, that was his first shots.
Rattled.
His first shots on target
Someone's
again since the
rattled
last
me.
time he played us. So all I'm going to say is I wouldn't
volcano on the
look
back of my neck here.
I wouldn't look
sunburned.
at that game too much. Too much. We've won twice.
I'd already moved on from it. Obviously, it's
Okay,
still
no,
fresh
I've moved
in,
on.
fresh in your
Something really
memory.
quick before you move on.
Absolutely.
Abby's right in terms, or you're right in terms of comparing this Arsenal team. If you don't win anything to that Poch Spurs side that are really good but didn't win anything, that remove the Spurs aspect in terms of them getting relegated. That would be embarrassing. This whole period of time where Arsenal have spent so much more time on the top of the league table since Arteta's been appointed in comparison to Pep Guardiola's Man City. Man City won 4 titles. Would it be embarrassing for you guys to not crown this era with at least a major trophy that's not the FA Cup or Carabao Cup? I'm talking about the Premier League or the Champions League.
Yeah, I think it would be like, I don't know if embarrassing's the word. It'd be heartbreaking. I would be a very deflated man for a long time. But I also don't think, like the end of Pochettino's reign, there was a very clear end to it. I don't see that with Arsenal. Like, we've still got a very young team. The core of that team is still kind of in their peak age and they're all contracted to a long time. So I'm like, we would just go again next season. It would be gutting. But it's not. I don't see it. If we don't win this season, I don't see that being like, that's it. We're going to fade off into relegation.
Well,
sort of.
Don't compare the two of us.
No,
Because you've got
no, I
different type of
wasn't.
ownership.
I wasn't.
But,
So I'll leave Sonny to it.
what was it you just said? That we'll go again next season. That is why they call you like Netflix FC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll go again next season, but you're not on Netflix anymore. You're on like Hulu or something.
There's also Hulu bangs, by the way. Okay, the best shows are on Hulu.
Yeah.
They actually are.
How's Hulu getting a shout?
I don't know, but big up Hulu. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to Preston on a Tuesday night, all right?
Are
You
you?
ever been to Deepdale?
No.
No? Well, I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, I think it's enough. Relegation chat. Cool. Yeah, fine. Let's move on to this weekend because you two are playing each other at the Emirates, aren't you? You don't have the best record there, do you?
No, we don't. We don't have the best record against Arsenal in general over the last, 5 years?
Yeah.
Haven't beaten them since August 2021. Those are days of Thomas Tuchel, Romelu Lukaku. And at that moment in time, We were off the back of winning the Champions League, and we were looking at winning and dominating English football. Brought in the missing piece in Lukaku. He scored against Arsenal today. And you were a team that are trying to find your identity, trying to find your soul. It's flipped reverse. We are now in the position that you were back in 2021, and you are the team hunting the major trophies, and we're looking to be spoilers. And so it tells you how quickly football can change. That's only 5 years ago. And our recent record against Arsenal is atrocious. I hated the way that we performed in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup second leg. I understand the game plan for the first half, but at half-time make changes and go for the game a little bit. So what I expect from a senior in Chelsea going into this game is for you to just play without fear. There's nothing to lose for Chelsea. Even if we lose this game, we've still got a great chance to qualify for the Champions League. And you've got the perfect opportunity to act as spoilers for Arsenal and put a dent in their title hope. So I want to see a bit of bravery. I want to see our best players playing. And like I mentioned before, when Chelsea are at their very best, we beat the best teams in the world. So there's no reason we can't go to the Emirates and get a result.
I'm wanting to win so badly.
So badly. Up the Chelsea.
Yeah. Come on, Chelsea!
I don't love that though. I don't love that. I love when everyone hates Chelsea. That's when we perform our best. When everyone's on our side.
Yeah, you say that.
I never hate Chelsea.
You say that, but then whenever people hate Chelsea, all Chelsea fans get really upset about it. It's like, yeah, everyone hates us, we love it. Caicedo's not the best midfielder in the world.
Oh no, but I think you're being very specific on the subsection of Chelsea fans that exist only on the internet, and I was about to say something I shouldn't say, but those fans that don't represent actual Chelsea fans who go to the games where, for example, there's a conversation.
Who's that?
I'm not going to say it.
Is his name rhyme with Schmorey?
Oh no. Rory's proper Chelsea. But in terms of like Chelsea fans and our team and the way we embrace our team, for example, the way you're playing football right now, there's Arsenal fans who go to games, who don't go to games. They've got a big problem with it. With Chelsea, that's the opposite. We almost prefer it when we win 1-0, and it's a game that we should have lost. Yeah. So the mentality from Chelsea is very different to the mentality of a club like Arsenal, who are looking at the permutations of the draws of the Champions League, whereas we deal with the task at hand and think that if we do our job, we should win at the Emirates.
Do you think you're deep in that a little bit?
In terms of what?
Like you just that whole thing, just overthinking and overcompensating for a lot of things.
In terms of what?
Just what you said.
I like it when. No,
I just listened to that. I listened to it and just sort of zoned out a little bit. And I love you. I love you to bits.
Surely,
but I didn't get anything from that.
Surely your manager can't set up in the same way he did in the cup a couple of weeks ago, because that was just highly embarrassing.
No. But then you also look at that game and our best players weren't playing. So Cole Palmer didn't start that game. Sure. Esteval didn't play that game. Rich James didn't play that game. Those are 3 best players.
So how do you expect that this weekend?
I expect those players to play, and I expect those players to hurt Arsenal.
Yeah, but you've got I don't think Esteval's going to play, right?
No.
Hamstring injury. Cole Palmer, whether he plays or not at the moment, seems fairly redundant.
Oh!
No Cucurella.
He's got a hat-trick recently as well.
The thing is,
two pence and a tap in.
So you know what's so interesting with Arsenal fans, right? Because that, like, whether Cole Palmer plays is redundant, but if you look at Cole Palmer's again, you could call me a stats merchant. Just look at his pure numbers. And this is a terrible season for Cole Palmer. He's missed the majority of the season. Look at his numbers compared to Bukayo Saka. It's not even close. This is a bad season for Cole Palmer. A bad season. Last season was a bad season for Cole Palmer. 15 league goals. I think Saka's best season was 16. That was when he was at his very best. Jeez. So when you say that Cole Palmer, and also Saka takes penalties, does he not?
Yeah, so does Cole Palmer.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to see more output from Saka. Yeah. So if Cole Palmer playing is redundant, Saka playing is also redundant. So how about you don't start Saka? It doesn't matter if he plays or not.
Noni Madueke, come back to haunt you.
Noni Madueke.
Do you remember that conversation? Will Saka get back into the team because of Madueke?
Yeah.
I've said it all along. I think Madueke is a better player if he had a better shot.
No.
If he had a better shot, he's much better.
No,
he is.
Again, he'll end up as a little.
There's just such a clouded vision. There's such a clouded vision with Saka, and I've just never, ever understood it.
He's a
good player, but he's not a world beater. I'm sorry.
He is. He's dragged us back to where we are.
But there's questions.
Harry Wilson's a world beater.
There's questions over Bukayo Saka's fitness, whether or not he does start, doesn't start. Do you fancy Arsenal this weekend? I mean, surely you fancy yourself against anyone, really?
Yeah, pretty much. The thing is,
Brentford.
like you said, we've played you twice in the last month. We beat you home and away, and you actually tried 2 different approaches. In your home leg, you tried to really go at us, and you were lucky, really, that we only beat you 3-2. And then you came to ours, and you just sat back and didn't do anything. So it's like, I don't really know what the game plan you've got is. And you've got no Cucurella.
Don't you? But also, when you played each other earlier in the season and Caicedo got sent off.
Yeah.
I felt, and this isn't, again, I hate both your teams, but I felt that Chelsea were the better team.
Yeah.
I mean, had the Caicedo red not have happened, I think we would have seen a better game. But Chelsea were very, very good.
But this is why I think it's right to point out the players that we had missing when we played them in the second leg of the Cup, because that whole chatter before that game was who's better, Caicedo, Declan Rice? Who's the best
Timber.
But who was the best midfielder that day?
Reece James.
Yep.
Reece James as a midfielder, and he didn't play in the last game. Reece James playing is going to make a huge difference to this Chelsea team. And this is an Arsenal team that are very good, but like you said, maybe we have to park the Spurs game because everyone gets something at Spurs.
I would if I was you.
And
Don't really.
the solace that I take as a Chelsea fan, who I understand Arsenal better than us, is that I'd look at the Forest game and I'd look at the Liverpool game and I look at the United game and I look at the Brentford game and I look at the Wolves game and say, yeah, Arsenal can get got at. They can. It's like a boxer who's putting on a brave face, but they've been wobbled, but their legs are still shaking. And I think that if Chelsea lay that blow at the Emirates on Sunday, there's no reason why Chelsea can't get something against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yeah, but I don't think you will. I would actually love it if you came and actually went at us. I think it would make a good game. I think you're just going to do the same shit last time. Sit off. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a boring game. I think that'll suit us.
Yeah.
Gabriel set-piece goal.
Right. Aka?
Right, it's time for the Inside Aka with BetMGM 18+, gambleaware.org. Abby, we're playing each other this week. Abby, kick us off. Tough, isn't it?
I mean, we're not really in the business of like winning games.
No.
Nah, but like we really, really need to win games.
You hate playing us as well.
We hate playing football. Generally.
Mostly Fulham.
Yeah, we don't have a good record against you recently. Look, Tottenham need points. Beg, borrow, steal. I don't care where you get them from, but I think. Do you know how depressing?
Just like a Fulham win.
Do you know how depressing my life is?
Just like a Fulham win.
Well, I guess.
This is the longest accumulator ever. Imagine being at the bookies and just being like.
Yeah, fine, Fulham win.
It's a win. Fulham win. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Brilliant. Kweku. Obviously, Arsenal versus Chelsea. What are you going for, my friend?
Despite the man on my left thinking it's going to be a boring game, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. I think both teams are going to go for it, and I'm going for both teams to score.
I think that's
Arsenal to score more.
I think that's a fair one.
In your opinion?
Yeah.
But they're not relegation fodder, so you might struggle.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Rory, over to you, my friend. What are you going for this week?
I'm going for a Leeds draw against Man City. Elland Road, under the lights. I think they've only lost once at Elland Road since like November, and we're nearly in March. And that was to Arsenal, which is obviously a different kettle of fish to anyone else. So, yeah.
The thing is, there are so many. You're a good Arsenal fan, but they've all got that common thread that runs through them. That's just insufferable.
Yeah. Is this why everyone hates us?
Do they not make you want to just rip your
They
skin
do,
off?
but I want like experiments to be done and like testing the water around that sort of area of London. No, seriously, I think there's going to be a study that comes out in the next like 20 years where it's been like a weird contamination of delusion has happened.
They might put it in the kits, mate. That's what I reckon.
I think
It's something. It's something.
They're on fashion line,
I've
aren't
never
they?
met a set of people.
enough
A lot of my, if it's best mates from school, uni, work as well. 95% of them are Arsenal, and they are all just crazy.
Okay, so to confirm, we've got a Fulham win. Both teams to score in the Arsenal versus Chelsea game, and Leeds versus Manchester City. We've gone draw in that. Don't forget that you can download the app or visit betmgm.co.uk, 18+, gambleaware.org. Please gamble
Responsibly. That's all we've got time for this week. Thanks to Kweku and Rory, and to you for watching.
Join us again next week on Inside talkSPORT, sponsored by BetMGM. Download the app or visit betmgm.co.uk, 18+, gambleaware.org. Please do gamble
Responsibly.
That's cute.